But your website, as I've been studying, is amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really. Do you do that?
Yeah, so that's all produced.
It's amazing, really informative. Can we pull that up, Aidan? Scramblethis.co.uk, I think it is. And yeah, really cool, really informative, really clean. And you're putting together basically packages now so you can take people out, which is what I want to get into. And you've been in the Peak District yourself.
So yeah, the Scramble the Peaks challenge, I can touch on that a bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
So basically, Scramble the Peaks came about because a lot of people have got, like you say, they've got into the outdoors and they've heard of scrambling. They might have heard of scrambling, or they might have accidentally done a scramble. You know, they've gone up to, they might have gone to Snowdonia and done Cribgoch, or Striding Edge on Helvellyn, or some of the other stuff in the lakes. And the Peak District's always massively overlooked with scrambling because it's not the Lake District and it's not Snowdonia, right? just to be clear about that. But, you know, a lot of those areas with the grade 1, I'll go on to the grades in a bit, but with the grade 1, really beginner, easy stuff to do, you know, they're very overpopulated routes, so you just don't get the kind of intimacy. The Peaks has got that because they're not chock-a-block with people all the time. So we were kind of forced in lockdown to do a lot of the Peak District. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned before, so I'm Welsh, so I'm, you know, I love Snowdonia, always love Snowdonia.
We'll get to that, yeah. We'll get to that.
I've done quite a lot in the lakes as well. But yeah, we were forced into the Peaks just because of lockdown.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing, there's guidebooks basically for scrambling, you know, varying degrees of how good they are. The Peaks one, there's only one real guidebook. It's not old, but it's okay. But yeah, I mean, I thought I could do a better, you know, an updated version of it. I wouldn't say better, up to date version of it. So over the course of lockdown, I did all 40 of the graded scrambles in the Peak District.
Wow.
Which is where this came from. So I've got a good friend on Instagram, Emily, her handle's at Triggs and Teeth. She does a lot of trig bagging.
Okay.
So she, you know, get into the top of trigs, getting all the trigs ticked off in various areas in the country. And we kind of came up with this challenge together. So we were discussing, she was like, I want to do a new challenge. And I said, well, we put this forward. But it's a lot of work because it's not like just going with a trig. There's the top of a hill. You take it off your list. You know, these scrambles, they can be dangerous in certain areas, depending on the grade. You know, it's not as easy with, you know, a mountain. Generally, you'll have a nice distinct path to the top. The scrambles, you know, you can quite easily go on the wrong line. So you go into a rock wall. It could be small in front of you. You could be going up the wrong line, potentially go on to like a grade 2 or a grade 3 route, and then, you know, you're in trouble. So there was a lot more to do with it. So that's what I've been doing over the past few months, is rewriting, you know, or writing a new guidebook for the Peak District just for scrambling. And that's it. So hashtag Scramble the Peaks. That's how that's going to come about.
Yeah, and the work you're putting in on the site, I mean, as I'm reading through it and looking at it, and obviously having listened to you on the other podcast, knowing, you know, I think you're putting the book together, aren't you, as well? Yeah,
so this will come out in paperback format when it's finished.
Cause that's some work.
It's an effort, mate. Yeah, it's an effort. So just, you know, obviously I've been through, and just those guides, you know, I've been, you know, how you get there, and then each step along the way, which is what's been lacking really, particularly in this part of the country, is it's nice if you've got a guidebook in front of you, you know, whether you take a photo before you go out or whatever, is to, you know, look at it logically. So you're going through a section or up a hill, you know, through a scramble, and go, right, I've done number 1, now I should be seeing this, and then I should see this, and I'm on to number 2, then number 3, number 4, and working it out logically. That's where people start getting a bit flustered when they first go out doing this kind of thing.
Of course, yeah. So you did 40 of these?
Yes, there's 40 graded, they were graded scrambles. Right. So I've been through. Yeah, I've been through all 40.
You've had some fun then in lockdown.
Yeah, well, that's it, mate. Yeah, I mean, we've had, you know, if you just go out on a day and make a day of it and go, right, we're going to try and box off X amount in a day.
Yeah.
You know, some of them, Dovestone Reservoir, that's a really popular walking route for people. there's kind of 6 scrambles. So yeah, there's a Charnel Clough one there. So that's right next to those Wilderness Gullies and Dovestone Reservoir. There's kind of like 6, 7, 8 scrambles right next to each other there.
Okay.
So you could go there and just do a lovely walk around Dovestone and a little scramble, or you could just go there for the day and just blitz the lot together.
It's really interesting, and knowing, you know, how much, I mean, they're meticulous, aren't they? They're meticulous. You're really heartfelt effort going into this as well and bringing it to people. Have you noticed then an uptick in people actually doing this during this time? Actually getting out there, you know, newbies, if you like me.
Well, you know, especially the main walking routes. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people, and I've heard comments like that, you know, some snippy comments from some people who have been doing it quite a while, like, oh, it's the COVID climbers, isn't it? Or the COVID walkers, right? But you know, for me, that's mega that more people are doing this kind of thing, you know. But then on my part, it's giving people the right information to be able to, you know, you can get it if you look for it on the internet, but then you've got to purposely go and find this information, you know, and most people won't purposely go and look, right, I need to know what I need to be safe with when I'm kind of going into these environments. So this is why I've tried to package this up into one thing